If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you never miss an upload.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gaming Authority. I'm JP Storm, and today we are going over how to play lockdown coverage, because every zone has its weakness. If you see here, this zone, the weakness was over the top. Cover 2 has the deep middle. Cover 3 has the flats. I mean, every zone has a soft spot that can get opponents wide open. If your opponent reads what zone you're in, it's over. It's over. I mean, you're going to have to make adjustments too, and hopefully you make the right adjustments. I mean, look at here. Look at how wide open that part of the field is, because that was the weak area of that zone coverage that I called. So he's eating me up. He's seeing the weak part of the field and throwing to it, which is smart. That's what you got to do on offense. You see here, the middle of the field was kind of the weakness. You know, he threw over my zones, and nothing I could do about that. And he goes over the top here for a touchdown. He read that perfectly. Every zone has its weakness. That's why man coverage defense, when run the right way, is the most deadliest coverage in Madden. With the zones being how weak they are in next gen, and I still think man coverage defense, when run correctly, is the best, most tightest coverage. If you like, you see here, like I'm running man coverage. I sent a blitz there, but look how close. If you run this correctly, and we're going to go over what to do. If you run it correctly, your opponent is going to earn every single yard he gets, because you're going to be on him. You're going to be on him. And if you couple that with a blitz and you give him absolutely no time to throw, it's lights out. Now, I'm not saying man coverage defense can't be beat. I do realize you could guess wrong with the coverage adjustments, and that could hurt your coverages. That's why I'm not telling you to do this every single down. But with you taking away their first read, let the coverage adjustments do their job. It could be lights out for your opponent. It's your best chance to play tight coverage when you're sending a blitz. It's very hard for your opponent to complete a pass. Man coverage, you have the tightest coverage. There's no soft spots. You got to make sure everybody's covers. You might have to go and you have to check the play art and make sure everybody is covered. Make sure every one of your opponents has a man designed to cover him. So if you have everybody covered except the tight end, like you're going to see in a minute, the tight end gets wide open. So if your safety in that, for instance, was in a deep blue zone, man him up in the tight end. Don't let any one of your opponents not have a man assignment. Even a running back. If you have 4 defensive backs covering 4 receivers and there's only a halfback that's not covered, man him up with a defensive end. I mean, look at how tight the coverage we're playing here. This is all man coverage with the correct coverage adjustments. So make sure everybody's covered, have the right coverage adjustments, and send the blitz like we're doing. Send the blitz. My opponent is either getting sacked or throwing fast. And you want to also, if you know how to take away your opponent's first read, those of you that have our defensive ebook will know how to take away our opponent's first read. You'll be able to blitz, send the house, use the correct coverage adjustments, and take away their first read. That is the most important way. Like here, everybody was man covered except that tight end. That safety was in a deep blue, and I didn't manually cover that tight end, so that happened. If you remember this play, I just showed you this. What I did here is I picked a 3-4 odd play where both the outside cornerbacks and the 2 top safeties were in man coverage, and I picked underneath coverage adjustments, and this is what the outcome was. I just had a feeling. I guessed right. Okay, so what I would do in this instance, what you just saw here, that type of gameplay, I was going into the 3-4 odd, and I was looking for both my safeties and my outside cornerbacks to be in man coverage, and that usually means there's a blitz going on. So I would go to the 3-4 odd, the pinch buck 0, or the 3-4 odd pinch Mike 0. Now, I would look for that because everybody's man covered. I would always check the play art to make sure everybody had a man coverage assignment on them. And if somebody didn't, then I would man up so everybody would have man coverage. So let's just go up against gun bunch Y flex. Now look at the play art. You see everybody's man covered on him, so this is good. Except if you want to send a blitz, like an all-out blitz, like blitz all linebackers, you baseline, show blitz, you man a line. Everybody's still man covered except the halfback. So what I would do, I would use my defensive line quick adjustments and man up the halfback with a defensive end. This way, if the halfback stays into block, that defensive end still blitzes. And then I would go either inside or outside coverage adjustments. And this only happens in man. Look at when you call inside coverage adjustments, the guys actually move. When you go outside, they play the outside shoulder of their receiver. When you go inside, they play the inside. So they get an edge. When you're in zone coverage, look, I'm going to go to cover 3 sky. Now I'm going to go inside coverage adjustments and outside, and no one's moving. So you don't get that edge. I know you could still play over the top and underneath, but when you're back into an all-out man play, and you go inside or outside, the guys move. So that's why I especially like to use coverage adjustments with man coverage defense. So then I would send an all-out blitz. I would have to man up that halfback again because I audibled back into the play. And, you know, I would also glitchy press cover who I think their first read is. Let's just say they pass to 87 the whole game. I would glitch pass cover him, send the blitz, and let the coverage adjustments do their job. So I would send the blitz, go baseline, show blitz, man line, just so everybody goes back into their positions. I would see that the halfback doesn't have a man assignment. I would put that man assignment on him, the defensive end that's on the same side as the halfback. And this time I'm going to block the halfback, because if that halfback goes out in a route, that the end will chase him. But if he stays into block and he's the end is manned up on him, he'll still blitz. So I'll press cover. I'll take away their first read.
The pick six, it hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game.
You know, I would let the coverage adjustments do their own thing. So I would send the blitz, make sure I'd have that halfback covered. Then I would do my coverage adjustments, and then I would go over and cover their first read. And then to do that, that's in our Giants defensive ebook, current gen, and also in our next gen Ravens defensive ebook.
Tannehill down a throw.
And sometimes even when you look like, if it looked like I get beat when you're doing the glitchy way of press covering him, he gets a speed burst when the ball's thrown to him, and it's just amazing. You could still pick the ball off that way. So that's what I was doing. That's why I love man coverage, because with the coverage adjustments, because, you know, Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, they can get open if you give them enough time. I'm going to keep the halfback into block. But with the coverage adjustments and the taking away their first read and blitzing them, they're not going to have time. Trust me, this is the way to play defense right now, especially when all the zones are messed up, especially on next gen. Man coverage is still the best coverage when you use the correct coverage adjustments. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to us. Hit that little notification bell so you never miss anything we do. Thank you guys for watching. I'm JP Stern with GamingAuthority.com.